The time is just coming up to 29 minutes past 9 o'clock, a little bit early this morning, Ray Summers, but nice to see you as always. Ho, 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 and 4 sleeps left.
Good morning, Peter, and yes, I'm counting. And you look very smart in your Father Christmas uniform.
Thank you very much.
Mine's not up to scratch like yours. Perhaps the radio can pay more for the hiring fee. Neighbourhood Watch is a bit skimpy on hiring Father Christmas outfits.
Well, we only have one for the entire station, and it's shared around between, I think, about 120 presenters. It gets a bit woofy by Christmas Day, let me tell you.
Aren't you lucky? I deeply regret. I think our rubbish bin today is a bit like that. Oh, it'll pound the truck a bit, I tell you. Well, 2015 is nearly gone, Peter, and hasn't the world changed? Some for the better and sadly, sometimes for the worse. Good news I read about and heard on TV where a person donated a kidney and it just steamrolled on. About 7 kidneys were swapped around.
That was just amazing, wasn't
and 7 more people continue to live. That's the good news. And yet overseas, we are killing people as though there is no tomorrow. In some places, we are in a mess.
Yes, indeed. And hopefully 2016 will see the resolution to some of our woes in other parts of the world. But,
yes.
I'm not betting on it.
You're not excited? No, I think it seems to me they solve one problem and 2 more jump up. Yeah.
Certainly the way it is.
Peter, we're doing some planning for 2016, Neighbourhood Watch. And during this year, our crime prevention program has been massive and has had great response. Next year, request of the police, they want more of this, being out in the field and spreading the word that they just don't have the manpower to do. So our crime prevention street activities will be up to 16. That's a 60% improvement on 2015, much to the police's satisfaction. The good part about it is we now get driven around the countryside in a police bus.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
It's called the Fun Bus. We are glad we get a ride in the police car or police bus, but we don't go down to the lockups down below, the chook houses down below.
In the back of a divvy van.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, that's working well. Last 1st of December, I think it was our last activity, and we delivered business kits put out by the police. It's about 10 or 16 pages of information that businesses ought to look at and things that they ought to do. And we covered, there were 16 of us on for that day, and we covered nearly every business house between Deep Creek Road, the boundary with Maroondah, down to Bunnings at Nuttawading.
Good effort.
Yes.
That's excellent.
And then early next year, we need to do the area from Bunnings down to, I don't know, Elga Road or Union Road, wherever the boundary is.
Okay.
We need to cover everyone there.
Good exercise too.
Yes. As long as you don't meet a dog or some kid on his bike.
Or a skateboarder.
A skateboarder. And what are these new things that you just stand on?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that are bursting into
Well,
flame
exactly.
under people's Christmas trees. Yeah, like those. I must
like
get one.
Peter, the good news, and you may have read in the local paper, burglaries in Melbourne is measured at the rate of 1 in 67 homes. Burglaries in Whitehorse is 1 in 74. So that means we're a bit better than the rest.
Above the average.
Yes. And what is excellent news, Forest Hill and Nuttawading, these are the suburbs you need to buy into, are 1 in 91.
That's pretty good. That's
Not
more
bad.
like it. No.
Blackburn, 1 in 90. But we have that are some not so good. Clearly, Whitehorse trouble spots are Surrey Hills, 1 in 71. Mitcham, 1 in 72. And Box Hill, 1 in 77. Well, still above the average, but they're too close to the average. We want to be better.
Should be down. Yes.
Anyway, overall, Whitehorse averages below the Melbourne and the state average. So that's good news, but we've got to do better, particularly in some areas. And the areas that are running hot, well, you've just got to keep your nose to the grindstone. Don't relax. Neighbourhood Watch will continue with Operation Safe Plate Days in April and October, and will be at the Spring Festival in October. I'm sorry, did I say April and October for Safe Plate Days and the Spring Festival in October? I'm writing here. And we've already arranged our community meeting in 2016. Our guest speaker will be His Honour Michael Strong as the guest speaker. He is the current president of Neighbourhood Watch Victoria. So that's underway. And in the September quarter of 2015, I brought this up before, Peter, can you believe it? At Whitehorse and Surrey Road intersection where the Blackburn Primary School is, 3,783 fines were collected by the government to the value of $867,000.
Massive. That's well and truly paid for that installation.
Hasn't it? 4.28% on the last quarter. Middleborough Road and Eastern Freeway, 427,000. Maroondah Highway and Springvale Road, 212,000. Whitehorse and Elva Road, 153,000. And Blackburn Road and Burwood Road over there near, is it called Number One Shopping Centre? It used to be called Kmart. I'm still in the old names.
Yes.
That was only 88,000. That was cheap.
That was, yeah. Well,
overall, 1.749 million. And I guess September to December quarter will be much the same.
Yes, sadly it will. I don't know whether to be on the side of the angels or not with this. I can see some good reasons for having red light cameras, speed cameras and so on, but gee, a lot of them I reckon are revenue raisers, particularly that one over at Parkville.
Yes. Now, how about this? For 4 years they collected $10 million.
$10 million. Look, I'm sorry. I have to say that's got to be a revenue raiser.
Yes,
really
there's something wrong.
Something
that people are doing the wrong thing so often.
Yes.
So the lesson here is avoid Parkville.
That's right. No reason to go over that side of
good
town.
For you and I over there.
No, thank you.
And the other thing I have thought about, Peter, I wonder whether you and I could get a set of traffic lights put in somewhere we think we will pay and we'll collect the revenue.
That's right.
What an investment.
It would be. I could even stand out there with my digital camera if they save money that way. Just click away.
Well, enormous, isn't it? But nevertheless, we still keep doing it.
Yes.
And without worrying too much about Parkville, the issues in Whitehorse are there. We know what the rules are. We know that there are cameras there, and we still keep feeding money into the meter.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Some good news, Peter. And talking about the government collecting money, Neighbourhood Watch collected some money from the government. We received a state government grant of $150,000 over the next 4 years for us to continue on.
And that sort of grant will go towards stationery, supplies, that sort of thing?
Primarily head office operation.
Okay.
Yes. And employment of having a central system
of course,
that hands out information by the truckload, endless.
Yes.
That sort of thing. I mean, everybody's got to have a head office. We don't think head offices are very smart generally. But nevertheless, everybody's got to have one. Another big issue is about having a database of all zone reps for insurance purposes and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
We need to have that centralised. It's no good having little separate ones all the time.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Just like here, there's 122 got to wear that uniform. There has to be a central spot who has the register of who's wearing the uniform next.
That's right. And I'm glad I got mine early in the week. It's going to be fairly ordinary by Christmas Day.
Peter, far more important, do not leave children in locked cars over summer.
I just don't believe that people still do this.
Well, in 2014-15 summer season, RACV unlocked 1,467 vehicles with children locked inside.
Incredible.
No matter how big the fine is that these people charge, it will not bring back children that have died. There's no coming back. And already this season, Ambulance Victoria is running at rescuing 5 children per day from locked-in cars.
That's me just throwing my hands in the air. I just don't understand that mentality. I'm sorry, I do not. And of course, it doesn't only affect children; it also affects pets, dogs particularly, and elderly people.
Yes,
left out in hot cars. Just crazy.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Right. Now, and still, while I've told you those interesting bits, thieves are still removing number plates in, I wrote, Blackburn, Vermont, Mitcham, Box Hill, and if they're not in your suburb yet, they'll be there next week. That is just going right across the state, knocking off number plates and then using them on another car to get petrol or whatever, or using it on my vehicle to get my 150 litres of diesel. Yes.
Okay. Is that what that has happened?
Not to me.
Not to you.
But it does happen.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Yeah. You don't take down your little small car, Cockmobile.
No.
I won't put much in that.
And the thing is, of course, they don't necessarily take both the front and back plates. They generally only remove one, so they can put it on the back of their car to steal fuel, so it's spotted driving away.
Yes,
and,
measured by the camera. Although you've got to be careful. Cameras often do read the front of you as well as the back.
Some will, but I'll bet these people know exactly which ones to look out for.
Oh, I'm sure.
And the other thing is that if your plate or plates are stolen, you may not necessarily notice it, because it may be the plate's been taken from the front of your car. And I've found traditionally that number plates on the front of cars aren't as noticeable as those on the back. They tend to be a bit hidden under the front bonnet and that sort of thing. So you may not necessarily notice that your plate is missing for some time. So,
and often what they do is a plate that they've used, they just stick it on the front with a couple of magnets.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then screw the one that they really want to use on the back.
Yes.
Oh.
Incredible.
They are fast.
Yes, they are.
Now, what else can I tell you? Burglaries continue right across Whitehorse. Theft of motor vehicles continue. Police remind residents to call 000 to report any suspicious people or vehicles, especially in and around construction sites or houses under construction. Taking copper piping is still a good business.
Is it
Copper
really?
Yes. Yeah. And then, of course, new houses, they get their white goods delivered.
Yes.
Bang. In today, out tomorrow.
Yes.
And remind residents to lock their vehicles and remove any valuables and consider installing anti-theft screws. And lock up the bits around your house, particularly if you're going away.
Yes.
Yeah. And keep the mailbox clear of papers and letters.
And your neighbours are generally always very happy to do that for you if you are going away.
Yes, they are. Full detail of these crimes, what's happened over the last month, are available on the Neighbourhood Watch Whitehorse website, and that is www.nhw.com.au/Whitehorse. I think I said that without any mistakes.
Yes, you did. That was pretty good.
Excellent.
I was keeping an ear on that.
And if anybody's got any items or things that concern them, you can give Neighbourhood Watch a buzz on 0418 596 831. You can get us on that website. Our email address is whitehorse@nhw.com.au. Don't forget Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. And remind people that Nuttawading Police Station is not operational for the public. Forest Hill's the new headquarters. There's there's always got to be a head office. Forest Hill in Springvale Road, Forest Hill, 8847 3600. And Box Hill is still there, 8892 3200.
That's an easy one to remember, isn't it? 88 92 32 00. Good one.
Well, I don't know. I don't think anything's easy when you get over 80 or 90.
Well, you've got a long way to go.
I don't know. Some parts are racing to get there. Peter, I think we've come to the end. All the very best to you, your family, and all 3 WBC listeners. Enjoy this special time with your family and friends, and take great care.
I will indeed. Thank you, Ray, and the very best to you and your family for the Christmas and New Year, and of course to all listeners to this segment of the Monday Breakfast program. And we'll talk again. Gosh, it'll be January. We'll be into the new year already, won't we?
And we'll be able to compare our lists of what we got for Christmas.
What we got for Christmas, if anything at all.
Yeah, I was going to say what we didn't get, hope we would get.
That's right. See you later, right?
Thank you.